Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. We're back again with more Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. Let's get into it. As you can clearly see, I am not in the Caliphyr Mines. That's because I found out that I did the mythic quest wrong. Apparently, the way that you're supposed to be able to reach out to Zacharius is to go back to the Storyteller, which to me is super weird because they don't say that anywhere in the log, and the only way you would know that is the offhand remarks Zacharias makes about him and the Storyteller exchanging stories sometimes. But that appears to be the way this works. Let's go ahead and get into it. Nocticula spoke well of you. She says hello. The old elf's face is as blank as a porcelain mask. Her favor flatters me, and the memories of the times when I was younger warm my heart, but also fill me with other, darker feelings, such as shame. It's sad to remember how foolish and self-satisfied I was back then, how much I enjoyed the fear and respect of the spawn of the abyss surrounding me, and how completely I belonged to the Lady in Shadow, who charmed me the moment we met. In those days, I was different. Tell Zacharias I have news for him. The Storyteller does not seem surprised. I will tell him during our next meeting, which is to happen in the very near future. We have agreed that in return for my account of the art of the Golarion mages, he will give me an item that holds a most intriguing and tragic story. I have to go. I wish you interesting adventures. Okay. And... Maybe he's going to pop up when I get out the tower? Let's see. Boom. And where's it? Here we go. Why is that hand there? Not fair. Golems were hiding among the statues. They beat me. They broke my bones. They plugged it. It's not fair. Huh. I don't remember that hand thing being there before, but okay. Anyway. Let's get out of the tower. Maybe Zacharias is going to pop back up once I exit it the way he did before. Yeah, in fact, now I think about it, I guess the last time he gave an update was right after we talked with the Storyteller. So, interesting. Let's see if this works. Looks like, yep. The Storyteller told me that you had news. Did you complete the task I gave you? Nocticula extinguished the past in Alinthia's heart. The Lich looks at you thoughtfully. She extinguished her passion. That makes sense. Suppressing all the desires and affections in a victim's heart would plunge them into the blackest depression. The urge to resist and the will necessary to perform even the most basic, instinctive actions would disappear. It's almost genius. She mortally wounded the soul. She deadened her enemy's desires and turned Alinthia into a shadow of her former self, an inert object that could be easily manipulated. How clever. Tell me, student, why do you think Nocticula attacked Alinthia in this way? She suppressed Alinthia's rage in order to make her weak. Zacharias shakes his head. I doubt it. Nocticula is known for taking her foes by surprise. She prefers a swift kill, not a prolonged fight. I do not believe Nocticula did anything to weaken Alinthia. I do not even think there was a battle between them. I believe Nocticula killed her with a single blow. By the time Alinthia knew what hit her, it was too late. The Lich glares at you for a while in silence. Then he barks irritably. You have grasped the essence of the riddle, but you have not found the answer. Your critical thinking skills leave much to be desired. It's a good thing you have me to help you. Now be quiet and listen to my plan. This is what we must do next. I shall do to you what Nocticula did to her enemies. And no, I do not mean that I shall shoot you in the heart with a black bolt of despair. I am speaking figuratively. If we used a bolt like that on you, it would likely kill you. After all, it is a weapon designed to take the lives of demon lords. There's no sense in poking you with it. But I finally have the answer. I shall extinguish the passion within your soul. You will have to give up everything you hold dear, everything you love, and everything that stirs your desires. Love, carnal and romantic, gold, delicious food and tart wines, glory, and the triumph of victory. I shall take it all and throw it into the sacrificial fire. And when it all burns away into nothingness, you will embark upon a new path of ashes with a dead heart. Then, and only then, will you become a noble undead, an eternal philosopher, a lord of death. Yes, this is it. By taking everything from you, I shall give you everything. What does this ritual entail? Zacharius gives you a sinister grin. We shall commit a murder. We must extinguish all the passion in your heart. They bind you too tightly to your mortality and keep your soul attached to this living body of blood and bone. You must renounce your desires, destroy them, and your heart will become cold, hard, and dead. Only then will you have the power you desire, but the price will be high. I'm ready to undergo the ritual and become a Lich. Very well. Finish up your business in the abyss quickly and return to the ziggurat. I shall be waiting for you. Wow. All right. Really like that. Seems like he is going to make me truly evil. All right, let's get back to where we were before. Okay, let's see. We are back. Go ahead and get all the folks leveled up. Feet. What did we get before? Bolster and power. I should start playing around with this stuff at some point. There's nothing else he really needs, right? So, did I get improved? Yeah, I got improved initiative already. Yeah, he's all the way good, so I don't need combat casting. Let's go for some of these saves now. Iron Will. Yeah, because in fact my will we just got through trashing my will when I went up against Hepzamirah. So definitely room for improvement there. What's going on with you? You just took Piranha Strike. You could take improved initiative. Do you have one of the critical things? Nope. So we'll give you sickening critical. I'm good with that. Nanio, I need to heal you as well. Interesting. Yeah, okay, you raise all these. Actually, that should be maxed out. And what the hell? That should be maxed out as well. Feet. What is that? Oh, I'm supposed to take that on my Lich. I forgot about that. Oh well, next time. In fact, no, it doesn't matter. She's not going to be around much anyway. Selective, already taken. I could take spell specialization. That's all. Yeah, that's something else I should probably look at. Yeah, she's got nothing all that great. Sure. Well. Weird. Love it. Okay. So, Sayo, what you got going on? Can't wait to get rid of you. We just took power attack. You know what? Let's keep it simple. I'll take Cornicus Smash. It's fine. Delamere. Oh. Oh, right. We level up athletics every other level. We already have... Did I take Snapshot? I don't remember taking Snapshot. Or is that one of the ones you came with? You came with Snapshot. We don't need Snapshot, though. And you know what? No, I'll take Hammer the Gap at level 19. Blinding Critical works for now. And you, what's the deal? Greater Weapon Specialization. +2 bonus on damage rolls. You could also take... Ooh. What is your persuasion? Non-existent, right? Yeah, non-existent. No, critical focus. And you don't have anything, right? You don't have anything. Now, spellbook. Hey, we want more of this, and more of this. Oh, when am I? Oh, here we go. There we go. You got something. There we go. You got something. In fact, I'm gonna have to change all that around when I get a more permanent party member, but this will do for now. Deny death. You need a necromancy slot. That's fine. I hate having open slots. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. You. Hey, you get a slot. Heal mass is fine. Does it matter? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, still got that 4 there. I don't think there's anything here that really helps you all that much. Even though I never use cave things, it's just nice to know this here. You weird. Love it. Love that. Okay, that's all you get. You get level 9 as well. That's fine. I don't think there's anything else there that we really want. You could take another Eagle Soul. There we go. Delamere doesn't have anything. You. Whatever. What do you get? Level 6. Sure. More Eagle Soul. Sure. Whatever. It's gonna suck going back through all this. Okay. Save here.
The goddess protects us.
And where is it? Here we go. There we are. Okay, back in business. Let's find out who this person is. The thing in front of you bears a passing resemblance to Nocticula, but even a blind person cannot mistake this creature for the Lady in Shadow. The demon's body is an oozing pile of filth and excrement, and it exudes a stench that would make the latrines of a poorhouse in Alan Shinra smell like a flower shop in comparison. Moreover, this creature sounds nothing like Nocticula. The demon's voice is thick like congealed porridge. Her words slur and slurp together as if they are being stirred with a spoon. Greetings, hero. What are you? The slurping, sloshing sound of the creature's gleeful laughter makes your stomach grow queasy. Her body swells up in smug satisfaction. Mortal, you must think that it is Nocticula who stands before you, but I've deceived you. I'm not here at all. Oh, I am just as beautiful and powerful. The demon clearly has trouble pronouncing this last word, but she gives it her best attempt. I am the Fulson Queen, the true mistress of this island. I rule all of its caves, caverns, vile cesspools, quicksand pits, as well as its poison springs and plague graves, and everything. Yes, everything here is mine. I am... She pauses, her eyes darting around for inspiration. The Lady of Filth. The demon clearly invented this honorific on the spot, but she seems quite pleased with her new title. You are also a foul and disgusting creature. The Folsom Queen gurgles resentfully, her body bubbling up like a pot boiling over. How rude! Don't you dare talk to me like that. What an amazing creature! Just look at the way she mimics the appearance of others through metamorphosis. She has the ability to transmute herself. I can say with confidence that we are looking at a one-of-a-kind specimen. The Folsom Queen gurgles in confusion. She likes me, doesn't she? You are a delightful specimen, a fecal demon, worthy of the special place in a museum. Of course, this special place will have to be disinfected on a continual basis, but I'm sure the revenue brought in by the crowds of eager tourists who want to see you will be more than enough to cover the cleaning cost. Since this is your island, do you know what Hepzamirah is doing here? The demon smiles flirtatiously. She tries to make her voice sound soft and seductive, but without much success. I know everything, all the secrets. But first, you must serve me. Then I will lavish you with my favors. Why do you look like Nocticula? The demon lowers her eyes flirtatiously. She giggles, pleased with herself. I can take on any form, and Nocticula is the most beautiful and perfect creature in all the worlds. That's why I want to be like Nocticula. Why did you summon me here? The demon grows petulant, her voice whiny like a spoiled princess. I need a knight. I am the Folsom Queen, so I must have knights who will repay my enemies for wronging me. I've been hurt by everyone. This is my island, and they've made me an outcast. They kicked me out of the big wet cave, and they don't respect me at all. Especially that overgrown lizard, that black dragon. She chased me away, mocked me, and then tried to eat me. Dragons are nasty. Be a good knight and kill the dragon. Was she really trying to eat you? I find that hard to believe. The Folsom Queen sniffs tearfully and says in a whiny, petulant voice, Yes, no one has ever been that impertinent. No one has ever tried to eat me before. And that nasty dragon, she bragged about eating everything, even dead souls. She giggled and said she'd never had anything like me before, and I chased her away. But she'll be back. I didn't like being chewed. It was so disgusting. Why should I kill your enemies? The creature tries to look seductive, but merely succeeds in striking an awkward pose. There's a purr in her voice as she gurgles. Because I asked you to? Isn't that enough of a reason? And where do I find this dragon? The evil lizard lives nearby, in a big cave with a hole at the top. The rain falls into the hole. It's a good cave, dark and wet, and it used to be very quiet. But then the fat lizard came and kicked me out of there because she wouldn't fit in the other caves. Why does she need such a good cave? She's always out hunting. She flies over the island all the time, and the cave just stands there, empty. If the dragon is always out hunting, how am I supposed to catch her in the cave? The Folsom Queen stares at you for a long time in dumbfounded silence. Finally, with the air of someone imparting great wisdom, she says smugly, If the dragon isn't in her lair, you'll have to summon her. Dragons love their treasure. Everyone knows that. If you touch the treasure, the dragon will hurry back in the blink of an eye to protect her property. But the things scattered around the cave, the bright stick with a bird on top, the sparkly dress, the round coins, and even the pretty little crown. The demon's voice grows wistful, and there's a faraway look in her eyes. They're all just silly rocks that have been wrapped in illusions, and the real treasure looks like boring rocks. Look closely, and you'll see that I'm right. I know this because I snuck in there, wanted to stick, because my gaze pierced through the silly spell. I've killed that dragon already. The demon shrieks with delight. You killed her! Did she suffer? A lot? Now I'll take her big stupid bones and throw them into a pit of quicksand, because they're mine, and the silly lizard is all mine too, and you, I'll reward you. An object begins to move within the filthy belly of the Folsom Queen. There's a squelching sound as she squeezes it out of her like a splinter, and a grimy tube falls to the floor. It looks like something a wizard would use to store valuable spell scrolls. These scrolls have very powerful spells written on them. I took them from a stupid wizard. I created them myself, yes. The Folsom Queen falls silent, her face screwed up as if trying to work out a puzzle. Finally, she beams at you and declares, "Since you have served me so bravely and faithfully, you must now go and kill Hepzamirah. Then I will reward you with my powerfulness and give you true bliss." The slimy creature lets out a sickly, slurping sigh of satisfaction. What did Hepzamirah do to you? The demon begins to list her sorrows, ticking them off with her fingers. She has hurt me many times. She brought in noisy demons with spiky things. She won't let me eat yummy slaves. She sits around in my caves like the worst kind of rubbish. She didn't ask permission. Let her die. Die, die, die. Make her dead forever. And kill all the stupid demons too. They will definitely be waiting for you. You were very loud when you killed the dragon. The whole island shook. There's a gate in the big tunnel, and the stupid demons will be waiting for you there. Rip their stupid heads off and throw them into the whirlpool. Tell me what Hepzamirah is doing. I'll tell this to you and no one else. The demon chuckles and begins to whisper conspiratorially. She brought a bunch of tasty slaves here and told them to dig. They are noisy and made the whole island shake. They pound the rocks with their silly iron sticks and then gather the glowy stones and take them to the main cave. Then they bring lots of demons in there. They all start screaming in pain. At first I hunted slaves. They were tasty. But then Hepzamirah sent demons with prickly things to hurt me. A large tunnel leads to the main cave, and there's a whole lot of demons there now. But Hepzamirah is stupid. I'm much smarter than her. I use holes to go wherever I want. I sneaked inside, ate the yummy slaves, and then I dumped their bones in whirlpools. Do you know a way for me to slip past Hepzamirah's guards? The Folsom Queen seems puzzled by your question. She makes confused, slurping noises and stares at you in bewilderment. Eventually, however, she bursts out triumphantly. I know. I am the wisest. I immediately thought of a very cunning plan to help you. While all the demons are sitting in the big tunnel waiting for you, you're going to sneak into my hole behind their backs and kill that horned beast. The demon looks extremely pleased with herself. She waves her hand and the nearest cesspool of filth begins to bubble. The churning liquid slowly recedes, revealing a narrow crevice. The rocks are smeared with a thick layer of mud, and a disgusting stench emanates from its depths. Personally, I would prefer another method of entering the enemy's lair. Something more straightforward. Blood washes off better than dirt. What's at the other end of this passage? To the mine, where I hunted those yummy slaves. Hepzamirah will never expect you to come from there because she is stupid, and I, the Folsom Queen, am full of cunning. Absolutely not. I am not going down that hole. Why? It's such a good hole. It's wet and safe. It'll be nice there. You'll feel like you're wrapped in my arms. The demon is trying to speak in what she imagines to be a playful, flirtatious tone. We have a deal. I will destroy Hepzamirah. Yes, kill her. Make her suffer. Let her choke on sewage and then beg for mercy. Nasty, nasty, nasty horned imposter. You know what you should do to her? You should... The demon opens her mouth, but cannot come up with a suitable punishment. She stutters helplessly for a moment. Make her dead forever. I have to go. The Folsom Queen tries to look regal and impressive, but without much success. She dismisses you with an awkward wave of her hand, disturbing the swarm of flies that hover around her loathsome form. They scatter in all directions with a low buzzing sound. Alright, that's just a bunch of scrolls. Contrary to my dialogue option, we will go ahead and take this, just because I have no interest in having to travel all the way back. And let's get this done. Master, Save us! We're dying here! Boom, boom. Freedom at last. Are you here to kill the demons? We can help. We know all the tunnels around here. We'll make those monsters pay. Alright, stuff to sell. Can't remember. Can you talk to them? Thank you, Master. Yeah, they talk about making the monsters pay, but then they don't do anything. That was always weird to me. Yeah, I'm missing something.
We won't fall here. I swear it.
Oh, of course. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? Why'd you run all the way up there? What? Hey! Sir Kestoglir's ghouls are still following me? That's kind of funny. You definitely want to go up that passageway first, then go here. Otherwise, when you get up the top here, it'll activate them over there and oftentimes stun you, which really, really sucks. Makes that fight take much longer than it should. Dig faster. You're here to work. The mistress didn't buy you at the flesh market so you can sit around and eat gruel. Who's there? An intruder? Look, it's fresh meat. Whoever kills him get a double ration of gruel. Is that how you think this is gonna work? Ooh, that was Delamere. I know that was Delamere. I'm a fan. This all looks sellable to me. Alright. Oh, we missed you? Masterwork heavy picked. Moved. Did we check all the way in the back? Yeah, okay, cool. Alright. Continue on.
I'm gone.
No time for debates. The world in
Into the cage, into the cage, into the cage. Anything back here? This goes up to where I just was. That means, no, that doesn't mean that's where I came from. No, that must not be where I just, wait, what? Oh, there we go. And then it went over there. Okay, cool. So go back here.
Anything new?
Oh, is this the front door? If I remember correctly, the front door is kind of a brutal fight. Yep, that's the front door. Yeah. A lot of real unfortunate people over here. And yep, heal mask is not available at this time. Whoa. This fight is going really poorly. Oh, wait. Crap. He's close when he shouldn't be. Let's do that. How are you doing? Also, problems. I don't know why you're in such bad shape. You got heal yourself, right? I swear I gave it to you. Maybe not. You're missing some of your... do you have Ice Body on? He's also missing some of the bugs. That's also a problem. There we go. She's back up. That's one. Round. Go. And that's the front door. Excellent. Okay. So that's cleared. That's cleared. Go this way.
My will is resolute.
For Snape and Nina. Oh, he does nothing for them, of course. Excellent. Why doesn't he heal all of them for the same amount? Like if I do a heal living with Soseo, If there are 3 people that need 25 or more health, and that's how much he heals them all for 25. Why is he healing such random numbers? I'm confused. Whatever. Yeah, this one. The huge demon cowers in fear when he sees you. He trembles, covering his head with huge hands. Eek! Who are you? Did Our Lady in Shadow send you to punish us? I knew this would happen. Have mercy, it's not my fault. Who are you? The words pour from his mouth, nearly tripping over themselves in their haste to escape his lips. My name is Zunakai. I used to be a slave here, but then I worked hard and they made me an overseer. I kept a good eye on the slaves. If anyone slacked off, I whipped them hard. And when the slaves revolted, I lashed 3 of them to death before they brought me down and trampled me. When the guards cleared the mine shafts of rebels, they healed me, and I was assigned to watch the kitchen where they cook gruel for the slaves. So I'm a cook, not a soldier. Don't hurt me, all right? I'm a good worker. I can do good work for you too. Lawful. You followed the rules of this place. You did what you were supposed to do and received the promotion you deserved. A faint, sheepish smile appears on the demon's face. Then maybe you could let me go, huh? Tell me about this place. This is our newest location. We used to mine on the other islands. We hollowed out Vazglar. We mined until there was nothing left and the island began to sink. All the crystals were taken to the Nexus, and from there, they were sent to Golarion, to some wizard called the Plague One. Stupid name, huh? The demon chuckles nervously. That's why our camp was at the Nexus. But then it became dangerous there and everyone was evacuated. So this is where we live now. But life here is so bad. The demon's eyes fill with tears. There are constant rock slides. Predators prowl the caves, and a demon hunted us until Hepzamirah formed a truce with her. There's also some kind of foul, stinking creature lurking about. Some of the guards ran into it and told me about its horrible stench. Of course, many of them disappeared on their patrols and never returned to report anything at all. And the crystals, they reek of something foul. Their light brings death. Most miners who manage to live longer than a year will die from exposure to the light. Those who survive become stronger and gain great power, but that doesn't happen often. Most of them just die. Why aren't you mining crystals on Alanthedia? The cowardly demon shrinks back in terror, his whole body shaking with fear. It's too dangerous. We wanted to, I swear we did. Our scouts inspected the mines there, carved out a few shafts, and confirmed that the veins were full. But then they caught a few of Nocticula's spies, and we realized that Our Lady in Shadow was watching us. Hepzamirah ordered us to stop what we were doing and get out of there. She said that we would mine the crystals later, after Nocticula was no longer a threat. The demon falters, suddenly realizing that he has said too much. Why does Hepzamirah need so many Nahindran crystals? The demon's voice drops to a wary whisper. She's gathering an army, a huge army to go to war on Golarion, but this army won't be like before. She gives her soldiers the power extracted from these crystals, and we've got so many crystals, no one will be able to resist this horde. What does Hepzamirah do with the crystals? Hepzamirah? Nothing. Everything is done by her assistant, Mutasafen. He cuts the crystals to stabilize their delicate energies. If you don't cut the crystals quickly, it loses power. As the power drains away, the crystal grows dim. Anyway, once the crystal is cut, Mutasafen selects a demon and conducts a ritual that will give them the mythic powers of the crystal. What can you give me in exchange for your life?
There's something here.
The demon hesitates for a moment, torn between his greed and his cowardice, but his terror gets the best of him. In the kitchen, behind the cauldron, I had a stash there. I stole some things and hid them away. Take them. Just don't touch me. I will spare your life. Incredible mercy. I swear I won't forget this. I remember this for the rest of my miserable life, Master. The demon feigns tears and does his best to look grateful. All right. An unappetizing gruel simmers in this pot-bellied cauldron.
We do it my way.
I'm always open to ideas.
I told you he would be here. If we kill him, Hepzamirah will give us a reward.
To battle, my friends.
Come on, bro. Don't you realize if I'm here, that probably means I'm someone you shouldn't be messing with? And that's that. Awesome. Oh, I think this is another tough fight.
Yes, what?
I'll cut you wide open.
I know it's annoying for some other people, but I actually like that the size of the demons that you start facing changes significantly at the end of Act 4 and then going into Act 5, where you face a lot of those gargantuan demons. I feel like it gives a feeling of escalation, like you're going up against a whole new caliber of demons now. These remains contain traces of divine power. The demons did not merely sacrifice this person of Baphomet, they tore them to shreds. All that is left of the body is a few scattered bones. I will definitely concede that in some areas the way that it's implemented is a little goofy. It doesn't look quite right, but I still like it.
I hope you appreciate this.
Like, it's weird when the person is so big you can't even see their head. But you just know that they're there. Oh, okay, that was just a +1 cookery. But still, I will take it. Hey, what do you know? Another black bolt.
I am helpful, am I not?
Okay. Alright, I think up is where the door is. Yep. This leads to the dead end. So we'll go down here first. Look at that army. Ooh, problems. The demon Mutasafen silently observes the army's departure with the air of a military leader watching soldiers on parade. When he finally notices you, he barely acknowledges your presence. Ah, it's you. Where's Hepzamirah? She's not far. She's actually on the other side of the barrier I constructed. It's an excellent barrier, very reliable. I perfected the formula invented by Areelu Vorlesh. These barriers cannot be opened without a key, and they are also perfectly camouflaged. I heard that the barrier in your little town of Dresden was particularly effective. Crusaders walked past the entrance to the Midnight Fane thousands of times, but never noticed it until now. You cannot get through the barrier to Hepzamirah without my help. I could help you, of course, but I won't. If you want my key, you're going to have to take it. Mutasafen chuckles. The last time we met, you ran away in a hurry. This time, however, you don't seem in any rush to disappear. The last time we met, you were a hindrance to my plans, but now you might actually be of use. So please, be my guest. You can stand there and gloat as much as you want. You can even attack me. Believe it or not, you can't kill me, at least not permanently. Where are those demons going? Those marvelous demons that I selected by hand? The army that I personally nurtured and nourished with the power of the hindering crystals? They have been sent. I hope your imagination is already running wild with possibilities. Somewhere precious to you. Somewhere entirely defenseless. Mutasafen pauses. Well, any guesses? If you think I'm sending them to the little town of Dresden, you're mistaken. First of all, it is already being dealt with by others. Second, there isn't much honor to be gained from conquering that pathetic rock pile. The town's been ravaged like a whore. It's been taken more times than a brothel slave in Alan Shinra. No, my army will not go to Dresden. Our mutual acquaintance showed me a far more interesting target. The Echo of Deskari told me about a sanctuary of the Imperial Lord Polara that is hidden in the depths of the Worldwound. It seems that a handful of Sarkorian stargazers and their angelic patron have been fooling the armies of the Abyss for years. The temple has been hidden under the noses of all the mighty demon leaders, Manago, Darazand, and of course, Hepzamirah. No one has ever found it. If I conquer it and bring it to ruin, the victory will be mine alone. And I have something very special planned for those stargazers. The demon licks his lips. Why are you working with the Echo of Deskari? because it is a pleasure to work with him. Our business arrangement is mutually beneficial. In the Abyss, there are two kinds of alliances. Alliances based on shared interest and alliances based on shared enemies. My alliance with the Echo falls primarily into the first category. For now, he gave me information about the location of Pelora's hidden sanctuary in the Worldwound, and in exchange, I performed an hindering ritual on him and endowed him with new powers. You should keep that in mind the next time you see him, and you will see him again, soon. Does Hepzamirah know about your plans? Why do you think we're having this conversation? She's never suspected my true intentions, and she may still be clueless now. Of course, it is also possible that she has discovered my plans too late and is now powerless to stop me. But what's a little betrayal between demons? I took control of the army, waited for you to knock on the gate, and then gave the order for them to march out. If everything goes according to plan, I'll be long gone by the time you and Hepzamirah have finished with one another. So we're not going to take the intimidation option, because that's all about leaving without a fight. Whereas I feel like the Lich absolutely wants to kill this guy. Before, it didn't matter because, again, we're in the Abyss. He's lawful. He understands slavery and all sorts of horrible things are going to happen here. But they are marching out to Golarion to try to start trouble. He absolutely wants to do everything he can to stop that. So attack. I'm going to stop you. Mutasafen moves so swiftly, your eyes almost miss it. Now you understand. You cannot prevent my army from plundering the Temple of Pelora, but you can always try to kill me. If you succeed, you can take the key from my still-warm corpse and go confront Hepzamirah in her headquarters. Then you can kill her too, if you're strong enough, of course. You're way too excited about this, bruh. Calm down. Boom, 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 boom. And go. Plus, I think he might have some decent items on him. Yeah, he does.
I will lend you my aid.
That helps. That helps.
The world has suffered enough.
And Stone is the only one still. Need health? Okay. And let's look at what he gave. Natural armor, ring of protection, scimitar +3, yada yada yada. Okay, so a bunch of stuff we can sell. Nothing that we use right now. Alright. I saw a bunch of failed perception checks. That's not cool.
A success worthy
This
of
magical
praise.
equipment is used to give mythic powers to demons. These implements are similar to the ones you saw in Xanthir's lab. These working notes document possible methods for blocking the powers granted by the hindering crystals. However, the notes are incomplete. Either the research is unfinished, or it has reached a dead end.
I hope you appreciate this.
Excellent. And I think this is, yep, I was about to say, I think it's trapped. But oh well. Hey, I missed something back there. What's this? Ooh! Oh, god dog it! I thought it was one of those elven notes. Oh yeah, he leaves a lovely letter for Hepzamirah. And what's this? This hindering crystal has not been fully cut, and its facets remain unfinished.
I do what I must.
All right. That's enough for that. Oh, it's a religion check
Sorry.
here.
I did my best.
If you look beyond beyond the ruined bridge, you can see a strange wall of purple flame in the distance.
I'm gone.
All right. Boom, 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 boom. Huh. There used to be 2 minotaurs that guard this place. I wonder why they chose to remove them. Interesting. A specific tool will be needed to dispel the barrier of seething abyssal energy that blocks this path. See him? Alright, let's save this again. This religious icon depicts the head of a goat. The goat has a blazing star on its forehead. A strange, confusing map of the abyssal realms.
Something over there.
I am helpful, am I not? I am helpful, am I not?
I think that's just a regular one, yeah. Earthbreaker +1. An unusually accurate map of Golarion. It depicts the topography of both Mendev and the Worldwound with detailed precision. All right. Now,
We do it my way.
I believe this is a good time to rest.
I'm certain that your past isn't as simple as you say. There must be some dreadful secret that you couldn't bear to live with and chose to forget.
You're mistaken, rich girl. I am a researcher, and I would never choose to forget something significant and mysterious, no matter what discomfort such knowledge might bring me.
The way she calls her rich girl is hilarious to me. Ooh, failed to camouflage. That's not cool. Alright. Alright. I'm rested, all buffed up. I think we're ready to go ahead and do this. You followed me for a long time, you frail, pathetic little stalker. But then you disappeared. You've been gone for so long I thought you were dead. I'm glad you proved me wrong. I would have enjoyed it if you had died alone in the darkness, lost and forgotten. But I would much rather punish you in person. Behold, the great daughter of Baphomet in all her glory. There is strength in the tormented angel's voice, though it quivers with pain. Professor Snape, the false chosen one, herald of my jaded faith. How did this come to pass? Mortal, watch the winged servant of the imposter goddess weep. The fool flew right into our trap. Hepzamirah and I have tortured him from the moment we captured him, and the whole time he spoke only of you. It was as if he didn't care about the pain at all. At least, not the pain that we caused. Did you know that I was coming for you? Hepzamirah stares at you contemptuously. You Crusaders think that all demons are as dumb as the rabble we send to Golarion, but that isn't true. I have prevailed in wars and battles that you mortals know nothing about, and I always use scouts. My spies are everywhere. When you were trying to get the attention of Our Lady in Shadow, they told me that you were searching for me. I tracked your movements. I knew the moment you stepped foot on that ship, and I sent my slave Castiglier after you. Unfortunately, he proved just as useless as on death as he was in life. I disappeared. What are you talking about? My journey only lasted a few weeks. Weeks? You haven't been seen in almost 6 months. You showed up in the abyss, caused mayhem in Alan Shinra, and then you disappeared. My spies told me that you had acquired a ship and were headed for Califir, so I sent Castiglier to hunt you down, but you disappeared, and up until now, I assumed you were dead. I thought you must be fish food by now, or that perhaps you had deserted, having realized your ridiculous and pathetic struggle was doomed to failure. The echo of Deskari's laugh is shrill and unpleasant. The abyss is primordial chaos. The laws of space and time have no power here, but this chaos can be controlled. You could, for example, force it to distort time around a particular ship, one that is being used by some overconfident outsiders who are used to a world of order and stability. Mutasafen stole your army from you. The demon reels as if she's been slapped. You can hear the pure rage in her voice as she hisses angrily. Mutasafen is a skilled alchemist and a gifted scientist, but he thinks too highly of himself. He was born in the Abyss and has spent his life here, so his knowledge and skills were too valuable to risk on the front lines. He dreams of endless entertainment in the lands of the mortals and desires the glory of conquering Golarion, but he will not live to see such triumph. He will pay bitterly for his betrayal. After all, I am one of the few who know the secret of Mutasafen's mortality, but you don't need to worry about any of that. You won't live long enough to see me destroy him. The portal in this room, where does it lead? It leads to the Nexus, our hub of mines and portals. You managed to put the mining of the hindering crystals on hold for a while, but the work will resume soon. I'll finish here with you, then go to Golarion, catch Mutasafen and drag him back. I have to decide the best punishment for him. He can still work the crystals if he has no eyes. How about one eye and one hand? And of course, I'll certainly take his legs. He will continue to create an army for me, whether he wants to or not. And with these hordes, I will march through the Worldwound, through Mendev, and through your entire plane from one end to the other. Mortals shall bow before Hepzamirah, daughter of Baphomet. I've been chasing you for so long. It's time to put an end to this. Hepzamirah's roar shakes the ground. Her angry eyes flash crimson. When I'm finished with you, I will have you chained. You will be dragged behind the army naked, wounded, and trembling. You will watch as I, daughter of Baphomet, an archpriestess of this cult, take Golarion by the throat. I will bring it to his knees and make it weep like a wench that's been whipped.
Aha! A test of my abilities.
Oh, you know what? I think I forgot to put on... Yeah, I forgot to put haste on. Whoops. Oh, and what are you using? No, let's do that. Run for your life! Head for the Nexus! We'll hide from this horrible Golarion in Ellen Shinra! You will pay for this! My father will punish you for your insolence! Behold the power! Behold the greatness! Tremble before Baphomet! Make this insolent mortal suffer, my lord, and punish this rebellious angel who refuses to bow before you! Ah, the angel who wandered into the abyss and couldn't find his way back to heaven. I've heard about you. My daughter cannot break your spirit, but I will rip out your heart. My lady Ayamade, hear my final words. Looks like you overdid it, my daughter. Your torture drove the angel mad. Sorry, I accidentally skipped over it, but basically he says that you're not someone who can be trusted and that all hope is lost. A swift execution. But I wasn't finished with this angel. There were so many games I wanted to play with him. Show your power, O Lord. Let our enemies tremble in terror. Now it's your turn, you low-life scum. Have you disappointed me? How dare you summon me here? How dare you use forbidden knowledge? You think I'm here to save you? No. I'm here to inflict punishment.
Have I been summoned merely to push this creature to death? A mortal who still shows loyalty to the queen that exiled him to the abyss. Oh yes, Galfrey guards her glory with the jealousy of a lioness.
Love that voice.
But no, this creature proudly wears the knife stuck in his back like a badge of honor. Or is the betrayal weighing you down after all? Did you come here looking for a new master? One who can help you seek revenge?
Where did you send the hand of the inheritor?
Why do you care about his fate? He was merely your overseer. Heaven sent him to watch over you. His only purpose was to remind you of your mission and to destroy you should you stray from the path. You shouldn't worry about him. He is just Iomede's pawn, and she did not think twice about sacrificing him. The foolish angel thought he would be forgiven for leaving Regathiel and joining Iomede. But heaven never rewards traitors with its trust.
Did you slay your own daughter?
I have countless slaves and numerous offspring. When one of them disappoints me, I simply get rid of them. To me, you are nothing more than mayflies. Your lives are so brief, it is as if you are already dead.
Oh, I have a question concerning your offspring too. Tell me, Lord Baphomet, how is it genetically possible that you have the head of a goat, and yet you are the progenitor of minotaurs, which are essentially bulls? Are you mating with a certain cow whose genes went out over yours?
Genius. I know some of you disagree, but as far as I'm concerned, this is the funniest moment in the game. She asked the Demon Lord if he's been mating with cows whose genes are more powerful. That is bananas. Absolutely bananas.
I will take particular pleasure in killing you.
I have vanquished your servants, and I could do the same to you.
Even if we pretend for a moment that you have a chance of winning, have you considered what reward awaits you? Your queen knows that you have surpassed her. Your success is why Galfrey exiled you here. How will she reward you for the death of a demon lord? Will she honor you by personally slitting your throat? Sadly, we will never know the answer, because you have no chance of winning.
So unfair. Like, he literally strips you of all your buffs just automatically. What is that about? Hey. Let's get some haste going, shall we? Okay, Nanio. I don't think either of these work on him. So we're just gonna go. Oh, you know what? I seriously doubt that works on him as well. Alright. First we will quicken, and I guess we'll quicken, that's right. And then we will empower. Now a bit of this. Let's see how this goes. Hey. To be expected, all your buffs are gone. You. A little bit of that. Missed. We need to get you some more, girl. Alright, you. Bit. He starts doing some really wild, crazy things, if I remember correctly. So let's give everybody some protection. There we go. Oh, crap. What am I thinking? We need... Shoot, before I forget. Where are they? Here we go. Use a midnight bolt against this guy. What is this? Why does it hurt so much? Where did this coldness in my heart comes from? All right. Annoying. Where are you, Castiglier? Papa. Wicked. You. Oh, that's what I also should have done. I should have brought out my little friends. They could have been helpful. There we go.
I can still fight.
Boom. You feel your hair stand on end. The blood boils in your veins, and the fire within your heart is so fierce and hot, it feels as if it is about to burn through your chest. A cry springs from your lips, and at the sound of your voice, a light envelops the cave. The ground begins to shake as your radiant presence overwhelms those around you, knocking them back into the surrounding rocks.
Which of my enemies is responsible for this trap? Who has put you up to this, you pathetic insect? Such power must have a source. You are such a curious insect. I must see what is inside you.
Didn't expect that, did you? Are you afraid of me? Good. You should be.
You are on the path to greatness, mortal, and I will gain a new trophy.
Nocticula, Lady in Shadow, once again, I offer you an alliance. A great alliance.
Pathetic.
I've told you before, and I'll tell you again. The answer is no.
Baphomet's heavy body collapses on the rocks in a lifeless heap. The black-fletched bolt is buried deep within its flesh, and you notice a large drop of blood trickling from the wound. It seems to have a faint purple glow.
It has been a long time since I last killed a Demon Lord. It is good to see that I remain unsurpassed in my craft.
How did you get here?
You have been absent for too long. You are the chosen instrument of my will, but for months there was no word from you, and no one in the Midnight Isles knew where you were. I watched you from afar, unseen, but then you also managed to hide yourself from my gaze. If it hadn't been for Lady Vorlesh, I would have thought you dead long ago. She kept reassuring me that you were alive, and then I felt your blood in my realm again, and I heard the sound of Baphomet's hooves as he walked through my land. That is when I realized two things. First, this was my chance to annoy the old goat. And second, betting on you was the right choice.
I am certain Lich is definitely not telling the Demon Lord that he's in her debt, and her power does not inspire him, so we're going to say nothing.
I'm pleased to find that I was right about you, Golarion. You have served me well.
Why did you decide to attack Baphomet? You didn't want war.
I did not want to enter into a difficult, exhausting war against Baphomet when he was at full strength. But massacring his minions when they are helpless and success is guaranteed? Well, that is a different matter entirely. Thanks to recent events, the slaughter can finally begin. Baphomet is frightened. He will not leave his abode for at least a year, because if he dies again within that time, his death will be final. This gives me an overwhelming advantage. My black bolts gave him a kiss he will not soon forget, and the memory of their touch will cool his fervor. 2 armies of demons will meet in the coming battle, and one of them will be led by its mistress in all her glory. The other one, however, will be cut off at the head and left without the leadership of its lord. In a year's time, I will have undermined Baphomet's forces and deprived him of his troops and allies. By the time he finally feels invincible again, it will be too late. And instead of crushing my servants and destroying my islands, he will be forced to bargain for his life. As you can see, I won this war before it started. And it's all thanks to you.
Now that Baphomet is dead, will he become an island in your realm?
No. Any demon lord that is killed will return to their abyssal realm, where they will be reincarnated. Their body will be unharmed, but the demon lord will be vulnerable for an entire year. If they are killed again during that time, they will be drawn into the Rift of Repose forever. However, if I kill them, they will become an island in my realm. Therefore, nothing will induce Baphomet to leave his labyrinth during the next year.
You said I was gone for several months, but my journey didn't take that long.
Perhaps it felt that way, but believe it or not, Owlcat has already forgotten the hot-headed Golarion who caused mayhem throughout the city. You may have ended up in some sort of temporal anomaly. These sometimes occur in the abyss. Or perhaps someone arranged this anomaly for you. If that is the case, you are lucky to have escaped from it so quickly. You could have been gone for several centuries.
My power has increased.
Of course it has. Everything went according to plan. Your fight with the Demon Lords sapped much of your strength, and you were forced to rely on the power that you were given by Lady Vorlesh. You reached for it instinctively, without even realizing what you were doing.
Enough about the past, let's talk about the future.
Every Demon Lord needs a weapon. Someone who will be an instrument of their will. Baphomet chose Hepzamirah, and I chose you. I'm glad I picked the superior weapon. You proved yourself stronger than your counterpart, and laid bare the cowardice of my enemy. I, the Lady of the Midnight Isles, will give you the honor and glory that such a deed deserves. With a single blow, you have begun the great war between Nocticula and Baphomet. And I will reward you for this achievement. Your queen will reward you for this deed. But she cannot match the generosity of the Lady in Shadow. Accept my profane gift, and remember the moment you triumphed. The moment Nocticula herself expressed her gratitude and respect for you.
What's a profane gift?
Every succubus can bestow her dark patronage upon whomever she likes. My magic will enter your being and enhance your already exceptional abilities. It will also allow me to watch over you, and, if you are in mortal peril, help you. It will not make me your guardian demon, but you can expect to receive some aid from me. Furthermore, there is one more aspect to a profane gift. It allows the succubus to affect the mind of whoever is under her protection. You have proven to be trustworthy, and so I will not exploit this by invading your thoughts. Others, however, will not be so kind to you. If a powerful demoness charms you with her magic and grants you her profane gift, you will become her toy. A mortal can only have the patronage of one succubus, and I would rather give you mine than leave your enemies a chance to cause you harm.
I don't need your gift.
You refuse my gift? Reject my favor? As you wish. My patronage will not extend to your humble self.
The black bolt struck true, and you watch as the blood seeps from Baphomet's wound. A single drop falls to the ground in front of the Lady in Shadow. There's a flash of purple light, and the blood begins to solidify. You watch as it turns a deep purple, its edges hardening into sharp facets, until finally it is fully transformed into a Nahindrian crystal. Why did Baphomet's blood turn into a Nahindrian crystal? The crystal that lies at the feet of the Lady in Shadow pulses with purple light. It looks exactly like the crystals that were mined here by the slaves. However, this crystal was not extracted from the mines. It was created from Baphomet's blood only moments ago. Your pulse begins to throb and heat spreads through your body. Your chest feels wet and slick, and you realize that blood from your open wound is seeping through your clothes.
There is no point in trying to hide the obvious. This all happened because of the bolt that you used to wound Baphomet. The bolt belonged to me for so long. It absorbed the imprint of my power, making it as deadly as poison. I am the queen of the succubi, the ruler of passions and secret desires. However, I have learned to reverse my gift. I can also kill passion. With a single strike, I can suppress all desires and strong emotions, and replace them with apathy and deadly anguish. This weighs the spirit down, and strips it of its strength, leaving it as cold and passive as a stone. It can no longer depart to the Rift of Repose, or find its way to Pharasma's judgment. So instead of going to the places it would normally go, the spirit becomes solid.
Allow your mind to focus on the gaping wound in your chest. You try to focus, and for a moment, your gaze is drawn to the crystal that sparkles on the ground in front of the Lady in Shadow. The light glints off of it in a strange and attractive way. They glisten like the drops of blood that seep from the wound in your chest. Point to the crystal in front of the Lady in Shadow. Do crystals form from the blood of demon lords if they are still alive?
No, not normally. However, this is the work of Lady Vorlesh. When she discovered my powers, she was intrigued by them. That's why we made a deal. I would give her a few of my bolts, so that she could analyze any residual traces of my power that remained on them. In return, she promised to make the bolts even more deadly. Her enchantments were supposed to give the bolts perfect accuracy, so that they would never miss a target. In this regard, her spells were certainly successful. I saw the enchanted bolts flying in all directions, like a flock of frightened birds. But they invariably hit their targets. Now I know what Lady Vorlesh gained from our deal. She took the lethal power that remained on the bolts and transformed it into something even stronger and more powerful. Now, you no longer have to kill a demon lord. You simply have to spill their blood to obtain a powerful new Nahindrian crystal. I admire Lady Vorlesh's shrewdness, but I swear she will regret keeping her plans from me.
Reach for the crystal that was formed from Baphomet's blood.
Do not even think about touching it. This is a Nahindrian crystal, made from the blood of a demon lord. It contains immense power, and it belongs to me. The crystal was formed as the result of a wound inflicted by my midnight bolt. Stay away.
Take the shimmering crystal.
You've decided to be stubborn. Well, that's a good trait. It will be useful for the mission I've entrusted to you. So I will let you have your way. I do not wish to quarrel with you over such a small trifle.
You promise you, what's to stop Baphomet from sending more slaves here to mine crystals?
I will stop him. Baphomet's servants will be too frightened to go to the place where their master was killed. And whoever tries to mine my crystals will taste my wrath. You have fulfilled the mission for which you came, Golarion Crusader. The mining of Nahindrian crystals has ceased. and Baphomet and Deskari will no longer have mythic demons under their control. I will send my servants to destroy the network of passages they have carved throughout my islands. I will destroy all their portals, including the one that brought you to Abyssal.
You promised that you would help to close the Worldwound if I killed Hepzamirah.
Conquest is your next step. The Worldwound can only be closed where it was opened, in a Threshold Fortress. Go back to Golarion, gather an army, and bring the full force of your power down upon your enemies. Baphomet will wish to recall his soldiers as soon as possible, in order to repel my attack. You will only have to deal with Deskari's servants. When you get to the threshold, stand on the edge of the rift that connects your plane and the abyss, and we will execute our plan.
What's happening on Golarion?
It is clear that Queen Galfrey lacks your talent as a strategist. In your absence, she has made several mistakes that have brought Mendev's Crusaders to the brink of destruction. She is a skilled warrior, and a good leader, but that is not enough. It never has been when it comes to dealing with the Worldwound. You were the one who tipped the scales toward a victory for Mendev. But you'll soon find out everything for yourself. I won't spoil the surprise.
How do I get home?
The same way you arrived, through the Nexus. The rift that led you into the abyss is open. Of course, the Queen tried to close up every opening within the Midnight Vein, but I'll let you in on a secret. She didn't close all of them. If you look hard enough, you'll find the way back.
I will try to return to Golarion as soon as possible.
A wise decision. Every hour of delay is paid dearly in the blood of your soldiers, and you will need them to retake the threshold. Now it is time for you to return to your plane. You are desperately needed there. And I must attend to my own affairs.
Excellent. Save here. Alright. Sorry, I know that was longer than usual, but it's hard. That's not a conversation you can really speed through. Hope all of you enjoyed the video today. If you did, please leave me a like down below. Share this content and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.